Here's the missing piece from Neville Goddard's teachings that people overlook, which is why the law of attraction isn't working for them. I guarantee you've never heard this taught anywhere else. So pay close attention. In this video I want to share with you the missing piece to Neville Goddard's teachings that most people are missing, which is why they aren't able to manifest the things they want. Now this can be the one thing that will start working for you. If you haven't had success yet with manifesting, let's get into it. The first thing I want to say is that I love Neville Goddard. He is one of my all-time favorite teachers. I have his books. I've read them many times. But there is one thing that he left out in his teachings that I believe is the missing piece to the law of attraction puzzle. And once you understand what I am talking about in this video, you will realize that this is 100% true. So please do not miss this information. It could change your life forever. Neville talks a lot about imagining your desire fulfilled and how that is important in manifesting. In fact, he has an entire book dedicated to this concept. But what Neville didn't talk a lot about was how to use imagination correctly. Yes, he talked about using our imagination to bring about our desires, but he didn't really get into the mechanics of how to use our imagination properly. And that is what I am going to teach you today. There are two ways we can use our imagination. We can either use it imaginatively or we can use it creatively. Using our imagination creatively is where we imagine anything we want to bring it into existence. Using our imagination imaginatively is where we imagine a scene or scenario that has already happened. Imagining something creatively is very different than imagining something imaginatively. And when we get these two types of imagination confused, we wonder why the law of attraction isn't working for us. Imagination is a powerful tool. In fact, I would say it is the most powerful tool we have at our disposal. But like any other tool, it needs to be used correctly in order for us to see results. If you were to go to a hardware store and pick up a hammer and try to use it to fix a leaky faucet, you would probably break the handle of the faucet and make the leak worse. A hammer is a great tool, but it's not the right tool for the job. Same thing with our imagination. If we try to use it in the wrong way, we will not see the results we desire. Let me give you another example. When we were children, it was easy for us to use our imagination creatively and bring things into our reality. Do you remember playing make-believe when you were young? You could pretend to be someone else, like a superhero or a princess, and you could create your own world where anything was possible. This is using our imagination creatively. As we got older, we stopped using our imagination as much, and we started using it more imaginatively. Imagining something creatively is where we make up a scenario in our heads and then we play it out. We might imagine what we would say to someone or how we would react in a certain situation. This is using our imagination imaginatively. So why is this important? Because when we are trying to manifest something, we need to use our imagination creatively. We need to be able to imagine our desire as if it has already happened. This is what Neville teaches us. He teaches us to imagine our desire fulfilled and to feel the emotions associated with that desire. When we do this, we are sending out a powerful signal to the universe that we are open and ready to receive our desire. However, most people do this imaginatively instead of creatively. What I mean by that is that they imagine themselves having their desire, but they don't really feel the emotions associated with it. They are just going through the motions. For example, let's say someone wants to manifest more money. They might imagine themselves receiving a large sum of money, but they don't really feel the emotions associated with that. They might imagine getting a phone call from a friend saying they won the lottery, but they don't feel happy or excited when they imagine it. They are just going through the motions. How many times have you tried to manifest something using the law of attraction, but it just didn't work? You might have visualized your goal or created a vision board, but it didn't seem to make any difference. That's because you are using the law of attraction imaginatively instead of creatively. The law of attraction is based on the principle of like attracts like. When we think positive thoughts, we attract positive experiences. When we think negative thoughts, we attract negative experiences. When we imagine something, we are sending out a signal to the universe of what we would like to experience. So if we imagine ourselves failing at something, we will attract failure. But if we imagine ourselves succeeding, we will attract success. In order to use the law of attraction correctly, we need to imagine our desires fulfilled. We need to be able to truly feel the emotions associated with achieving our goals. When we do this, we are sending out a positive signal to the universe that we are open and ready to receive our desires. We need to use our imagination like we did when we were kids. We need to be able to imagine anything and bring it into our reality. I hope you can see now how important it is to use our imagination correctly. If we want to manifest our desires, we need to use the creative power of our imagination. We need to be able to imagine anything and bring it into our reality, just like we did when we were kids. When we use our imagination creatively, we are sending out a positive signal to the universe that we are open and ready to receive our desires. You might be thinking, so how do I use my imagination creatively? How do I actually manifest what I want? Well, that's exactly what I teach people in my Manifest Your Destiny coaching program. In this program, I teach people how to use the law of attraction and the teachings of Neville Goddard to manifest their dreams. I help them understand how to use their imagination correctly and how to feel the emotions associated with their desires. I also teach them how to let go of limiting beliefs and how to stay open to receiving their desires. I have helped hundreds of people manifest their dreams, and I can help you too. If you are struggling to manifest what you want, it might be because you are using the law of attraction imaginatively instead of creatively. It might be because you have limiting beliefs that are blocking the flow of abundance in your life. Or it might be because you are not feeling the emotions associated with your desires. Whatever the case may be, I can help you. I have helped hundreds of people manifest their dreams, and I can help you. If you are struggling to manifest what you want, it might be because you are using the law of attraction imaginatively instead of creatively. It might be because you have limiting beliefs that are blocking the flow of abundance in your life. Or it might be because you are not feeling the emotions associated with your desires. Whatever the case may be, I can help you. I have helped hundreds of people manifest their dreams, and I can help you too. Do you remember when you were a child how easy it was to believe in magic? You believed that anything was possible and that your imagination could bring anything into reality. As you grew older, you became more logical and less imaginative. You started to believe that only what you could see and touch was real. But this is not true. Your imagination is just as real as what you see and touch. In fact, everything in your life is the result of your imagination. When you imagine something, you are creating your reality. You are creating your future. So if you want to manifest your desires, you need to start imagining them. You need to start believing that they are possible. You need to start feeling the emotions associated with them. When you do this, you will start to attract your desires into your life. You will start to see them appear in your reality. If you are tired of trying to manifest your desires and it just isn't working, then I invite you to take action. Sign up for my Manifest Your Destiny coaching program and start manifesting your dreams today. I promise you that you won't regret it. Thank you for watching, and always remember, you are the creator of your reality, so choose your thoughts wisely. Choose to imagine your desires fulfilled and watch them come to pass. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon.